Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about Trump and Biden and where they stand in relation to each other. We're going to talk about commentators putting a whole lot of weight on things that are important to commentators. And we're going to do this because I got a message. This topic has come up before, but this one just kind of gets right to the point. So, we're going to use it. Bo, make it make sense. I just read an NBC article looking at polling since the debate, and the shifts have all been in the margin of errors. Then I saw where 538 has moved Trump's chances of winning down. He's less likely to win today than before the debate. I know you have questions about the polls, but these are the same polls week over week. What is going on? Did the debate not matter at all? I had seen that article. I had to go look the 538 thing up. So, short version, when you are looking at the polls that I guess people view as more respectable, I don't know what the right term is there. Yeah, Biden's lost a point, maybe two, but it's within the margin of error. The 538 thing, that is, they run these simulations, and they run the simulation like 100 times. Up until recently, Trump was winning 53 times. Now he's only winning 51 times. So he fell. Did the debate not matter? No, it mattered, but it mattered to a much smaller number of people than I think commentators wanted it to. Biden had a chance. If he had shown up with State of the Union energy, he probably could have picked up some points. But those people who are voting for Biden, they've kind of already made up their minds, a whole lot of them. And the commentators are putting a lot of weight on things that are important to commentators, not necessarily important to the average person. It's a lot like that interview. Remember, I watched that with people who aren't steeped in politics. Hearing their take and then seeing the commentators' take, it was like two different worlds. Two different worlds that watched two different videos. It wasn't even close. It wasn't even comparable. It's one of those things where people who are steeped in politics are putting a lot of weight on things that, well, we find important. But the average person doesn't. It's important to remember that a lot of people are voting out of self-defense. They're not going to change their vote based on the outcome of two old guys arguing on a stage. Many people, they chose their side based on whether or not they or a friend is a member of the LGBTQ community. They chose their side based on Roe, based on the Sixth, based on whether or not they want to vote again in 2028. These positions are not going to be altered by a debate. They're voting out of self-defense. They don't really have a choice. They're counting on other people to vote in their defense. That's not going to be shifted by a debate. That's not going to be shifted by a lot of things that might traditionally matter in an election. It doesn't apply here. When the stakes get high and personal for people, a lot of normal dynamics cease to function the same way. And that is certainly at play here. That is definitely the case. I don't do election predictions. It's not my thing. I don't think I'm qualified to do it. But if I had to guess, if the economy continues to improve, Biden is going to win. If it doesn't, well, I don't know. Then it's all going to depend on voter turnout. How many people are voting in self-defense? How many of their allies show up to support them? That's what it'll hinge on. That's the debate wasn't going. It wasn't going to alter the outcome of the election. Maybe Biden could have gotten somewhere with it, but he had to bring the energy that he didn't. It was unlikely that those people who have already rejected Trump were going to change their vote based on a debate. It's important to remember that also in this case, both of these people have already been in office. People know what to expect. So I'm surprised that it went down 2 points in one of the polls, I guess. That's surprising. But I don't know that it'll stay there. There are different dynamics here than exist in most races, and it's something that the commentators probably need to keep in mind. And I do believe the deciding factor is going to be how the economy plays out between now and November. And I think that would be true, and the consequences would be the same for any Democrat. What's going to matter is who shows up. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.